It is a dark and gloomy Sunday, pouring down outside, and it's been a weekend of small orders. Majority of them domestic letter. 9 in so far. We're sitting at like midday on Sunday, and I'm going to start doing some parting out. So I'm just going to quickly run through them so I can clear the desktop so I can get stuck into parting out. I have been working through that big tub of miscellaneous parts that should have been elsewhere, so that's kind of thinned out substantially. First one up is some just light blue and grey, dark blue grey tiles, a couple of black parts. This buyer back again, a few orders of big Technic bundles, and again kind of majority of this Technic with a couple of tiles in there. The two larger orders, a lot of bricks in this one in various colours, but predominantly black, as you can see there. And then this order here, an awful lot of tan and some reddish brown Technic connectors, and there's a few other odds and sods thrown in there, including some trans stuff like that. I wonder if someone's making something like a Sarlacc pit or something with that. A small order of weapons in that one. Some wheels. Damien's picking up some more wheels, those Pirelli ones. They are very nice. Certainly the best Speed Champions wheels for a while. 3 of those going out in that order. I did tell you there were small orders. This one, a bit of a Speed Champs kind of feel, some dark blue and some yellow and the usual kind of black kind of small parts. And then this one that's come in this morning, again, small order, low values, couple of bits, some wedge plates, and yeah, small stuff. So I'm going to just get these all packed up out of the way. I've been working through the June performance stuff. Bit of a bleak month when you do the workings out, but you'll see that if you watch those kind of videos, and I will talk about it through the week as well. Obviously, it's not all bleak, but it's interesting when you kind of go back and look at the month as a whole. And I'm just kind of working through admin in terms of sorting out some of the part out videos that I've done along the way and getting them ready for upload and stuff like that. So get this sorted and then crack on to parting out. It is Sunday night. Continues to be busy. Another 5 orders. Domestic letter. It's dark in here because it is like 8 o'clock at night. A whole lot of slopes and some tan parts. Interesting kind of big chunky things. Can't remember what they're from. Dark blue grey, a whole bunch of black parts, some light blue grey, whatever they are, and a space bit. Some odds and sods in light blue grey there. A real mixed bag here. Kind of a ATT control thing, some all sorts, a sticker from City Jungle set, and then this one is feels like Speed Champions, but it could be Technic's car with black, red. There's some of those Technic panels in there, and some dark blue as well. So yeah, an interesting one there. I've also done a couple of part outs. Parted out that one and Simba, which has taken us over the 10,000 parts in for the day. But I was just looking at the stats, and whilst we're on the same amount of orders as last week now, with kind of half a day to go, the amount of parts sold is half. So it just speaks to the fact that orders have been a lot smaller this week. Quantity the same, but generally smaller orders. Anyway, I'm going to get these ones all packed up, so we should be starting the week with a relatively clear desk. I've also put away a few more bits of that as I've gone, so that's getting there, nice and tidy, almost. But yeah, what does that take us to? Like 14 through the weekend so far, with kind of through till tomorrow, like 1 o'clock still to go. So not too bad. Good morning. Monday, the 8th of July, 9:20 a.m. Already picked 2 orders, and what can you say when you're up and at 'em? We are starting the week up on last week, which is good in one sense. Not good in the sense that means there wasn't an awful lot sold. We're starting up at 484 and 89. That is about 7,000 up on last week, and in terms of lots, we're starting about 300 or so up. It would be great to push past the 14,000 lots this week. But to do that, I think I would have to add used to do that. But that's not impossible. Not impossible. So, yeah, did some part outs, as I kind of said yesterday. The vlog went up 3:36. That's kind of tracking-ish on normal, isn't it? It's kind of a bit earlier than I sometimes look, but it's a longer vlog, so people are probably a bit put off by the fact that it's a bit longer. Sending that one off to the young fella. Waiting for the customer to come back because I was missing one pair of Battle Droid legs in dark blue grey. Can't for the life of me find them. There's a couple of other things that I was trying to sort through the day. Where was that? I can't remember now. Anyway, there was a few things that I was trying to sort through the day into drawers where they'd overgrown the bins and couldn't find 4 of them. It was like these panels. Anyway, 2 orders in overnight. Domestic letter, which is a bit of a colourful array of parts, all the colours of the rainbow, really. Feels almost like a creator set or something like that. You know, those kind of ones where you get lots of different pieces. There's a couple of eye tiles in there and stuff like that, but who knows. And then a return buyer clearing me out of black seats and a bunch of black tiles. You can't really see the seats in there, can you? Where are they? You can't make them out, can you, because of the tiles? Anyway, 26 black seats clearing out and a bunch of white, very stark, very black and white, very imperial. But you never know, it could be a chessboard as much as anything, couldn't it? So just those 2 at the moment, but it's only 9:20 in the morning. I do need to go and get some stamps, you know, the type. But let's just take a moment to reflect on the fact that the end of the desk is clear. Yes, he battled through yesterday when all hope was lost and cleared the end of the desk of all those odds and sods and scrag ends and things like that. So that was a job well done, and obviously that frees up a little bit of room for a bit more parting out. And I finished numbering this rack of drawers, which takes us to drawer 970 down here. Obviously there's another one of these on the back side of these middle shelves, on the other side of that, around there, he says, pointing. So yeah, we're kind of ticking along. I reckon if push comes to shove, I could get another bin of these on top. I can't quite reach because I'm not tall enough, but I reckon I could fit another one up there if things get out of control as we progress. Not that I think it will. Hopefully I can get some of these drawer liners. I think the really useful drawer people, box company people, whatever their actual name is, are expecting their shipment early next week. So hopefully my order that I had in originally still stands. Although I did email them twice and I have not had a response on either occasion, which is a bit of a, I don't know, because they've always been really good. So hopefully they kick back into action. I think they've been closed for a little bit because they ran out of everything. So once they're back, we'll be able to get back into business and maybe kind of feel like we've got a bit more room, because these takeaway containers, let's find a drawer with some in, you know, you only get 5 in. There are some drawers where I've kind of used a mix of it. Where's that? Yeah, here's one where I've used some of those IKEA ones, some of those takeaway ones. This is used. I've got a lot more room for black used, and I know I've got that Batman tumbler sitting in the storage unit that could be broken down and put into the used category. So that's a good thing to do, perhaps. And then I'm about to just record the June performance video for going out later this week, and I'll kind of do the usual vlog catch up on that as well. But let's just take a minute to enjoy that clear bench. Whew. Look at that, clean and tidy for the start of the week, isn't it? We have tipped over the orders. We've done 39 in the week so far, and that week, because it's based in the US, is it? Yeah, because Bricklink is in the US, the week doesn't technically tick over till my afternoon. So we're still this morning, but we're sitting on 39 orders for the week. But as I said yesterday night, the part number of that is way down, like half. It's not quite half, but kind of it's down. I'll dig out those numbers for later. So just shows you kind of school holidays having a big impact. People talk about a summer slowdown in the Northern Hemisphere. Maybe there is an equivalent. Obviously, this time last year, the store only had, what was it, 12,000 parts in it. So kind of not particularly comparable. I have dug out the spreadsheet of orders that was July last year, so that I could do some kind of analysis on it towards the end of the month. Not that I think there'll be much to be gained from it, but it might be interesting to see if there's any kind of similarity in this slowdown and pickup. But right, enough waffle. Lovely clean desk, isn't it? And I'll crack on. Okay, it is Monday afternoon. I've just been having a little bit of a tidy up in the bottom half anyway of the cupboard. So that in the corner is, or this side going that way, is all to be parted out. That is my stuff. So the plan is to build Captain Rex and put the Captain Rex microfighter minifigure on the stand in the same way as Bosch Leia is there when I get to it. But then equally, I've still not got to build in the mech over there. And there's a Rebels. I'm going to try and collect all of the Rebels sets. And then we have sets that are in the store, which are generally small things. And some polybags, magazines, things like that. They're all in there. Good stuff there. So what I've done is I've moved all of the used out. There has been another order. A whole bunch of black parts and then a little random assortment of trans blue, blue, red and light grey. Light grey suddenly proving popular. That's 2 orders in a week of 8 1x2 plates. So that is the last set from that eBay, Facebook Marketplace even, haul that I went and bought out in the countryside with the horses, where nobody would have known if I'd have got kidnapped. That's the last one to do, but it's all light blue grey, and light blue grey is quite full, so I've been putting that one off. These two, you may remember from the very, very, very early days. I went out and my journeys have taken me everywhere, haven't I? And this is the box that doesn't make any sense because it's not an ATTE, although the box is all legit. There's no nothing online talking about a misprint. The pieces are all legit. Everything about it, apart from like the instructions, are the right instructions, but the box has ATTE on it, and yeah, it's a mystery. Anyway, this is like super old, isn't it? I mean, this is when they made boxes like this. I think they're going back to this kind of box type shape, aren't they? Anyway, it's got the instructions from way back whenever and everything, which is lovely. And there's a lot of dark grey in here, which obviously second-hand, but there's a lot of these kind of printed dishes. There is the makings of a build, but I think this one is a take it apart and start again. The sand blue dates all the way back, but that's an interesting piece, isn't it? So I'm going to take this one apart because I'm never going to rebuild it, but there is some lovely parts in it, and if I had half a spare time it would be a lovely project, but I don't. So I still think it's one of the best looking ATs. Nearly called it the wrong thing. Anyway, beautiful, but yeah, the box is a mystery because it's just got the wrong product type on it. But I searched high and low on all sorts of forums and stuff like that and found nothing. And then the other one is another classic box. This is the kind of gatefold display box. I mean, these really were kind of, when you got one of these at Christmas, you thought you'd made it, didn't you? So I think this is the first Falcon, isn't it? Beautiful, look, it says hyperdrive. Anyway, this the figures are long gone on this one as well, but that's where that pale C3PO comes from. That's what he was doing in the other box. Anyway, this one also has the original instructions in pretty decent nick, to be fair, and still has a lot of the parts sitting in here, just not all of them. Clearly looks like it's been ransacked a little bit, but there's some nice parts in here, like I'm sure those blue trans things go, the cockpit things. Are they dark blue grey or is that dark grey? I'll have to have a look, but there's some nice printed pieces that might be worth a few dollars, who knows. Lovely stickers on the side of that. That must be the escape pod, eh? The old school chest piece before they turned it into a shield. Not sure what that shooter was out of. I think somewhere I've got a TIE Defender. That must be out of that. Must need to rebuild that. There's another one of those little domes. He must go and sit over there. Anyway, this is another one that's probably, that's a beauty of a piece, isn't it? It's not too dusty because it's been in the box, but is that dark orange before there was dark orange? Wow. Anyway, so there's another one that needs taking apart. So I think those two are going to be my first calls, and then I might put that box on Facebook Marketplace and say if anyone wants an old school box, because it's pretty amazing, isn't it? Showing the original kind of lineup with the is that the TIE Defender and the old school X-Wing. Beautiful, eh? Anyway, that is where C3PO comes from. He may be well listing then. Now I know where he came from. Anyway, that brings us to the final and the return of the container. Oh yes. So this is on the agenda. This is my scheme to get to 14,000. So I'm going to start sorting and we'll see where we get to. Okay, it's just gone 4 o'clock. You can almost see the bottom in the tub, which isn't bad. But man, God, I find this boring. Tasks. Picking your way through it all. I mean, there's interesting parts every now and then. I think that's an interesting part. But man, it's a tedious job, kind of wading through it all. And yeah, so I'm kind of, this is where we're at, kind of tubs filling up, and I don't know, half tempted to kind of do like a first cut in terms of there's this little tub which is kind of weird and wonderful, some bog standard bits and pieces which, you know, are all pretty tasty parts. There's a heap of Technic, probably leave that to last because there's so much of it, but there's lots of circle bricks and kind of panels and stuff, which a lot of Technic bricks, some cones, load of tiles of all sorts of varieties, but there's a lot to wade through, and rather than just wait until you've got mountains, which I know some people do, I don't know, I'm kind of tempted to cut and run at this stage, or maybe just try and keep ploughing on today and then start working through it tomorrow, like crack on for another few hours and see how far we get. The decisions, but I'm gonna just keep going for now, see how much patience I've got before I have to give up. Okay, 5:30, ploughing along, filling up. What I've decided to do to keep myself kind of stimulated as we try and plough through it all. Kind of doesn't look like I've really made much of a dent in that since I last looked at it, but as you can see, some of the tubs are filling up. These 1x plates, there's a whole bag of them over here as well. There's a big bag of bricks and a big bag of wedge plates as well. So what I'm going to do is, as these tubs fill up, I'm then going to do like a second sort and do a BSX file of those bits as I go, just to kind of break it up. Otherwise it's pretty monotonous going through it. Some people love this kind of stuff, I don't. So that's how I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to just kind of fill them up and then tackle them from there. It is Tuesday, 3 o'clock, and 7 orders, of which the largest one is 234 parts in 48 lots, but all the others fairly easy, quick picks, and I haven't picked any today. There's 6 on here and 1 on Brickowl, but I have been busy, and I'll show you that in a minute, but I'm just going to see if this works on camera. So, the old bucket of vanish trick. So the minifigure was not quite as bad as that plate next to it, but not far off. Before he spent a few days in the bath, and now he's come out clean as a whistle. Beautiful, eh? That is the power of vanish. God knows what it does to your clothes. But yeah, so that's that. Reason there's no orders picked is because the bucket is empty. Everything is picked. It's a fair old amount. Not a lot of wastage. Just this kind of stuff is kind of... It's sometimes quite difficult with the dark grey, the old school dark grey. It does go really bad sometimes. And as I've said previously, some of this is kind of childhood. Like in this light, none of that looks too bad, but in the actual light, looks pretty bad. Most of this is real my own kind of childhood collection. So yeah, some of this is old. So I've kind of been filtering as I go. There'll be another filter as we go, and also been out for lunch with the wife. So that's been nice. Bit of a change from the norm. So we've got an awful lot here, and I won't bore you and go through it all, but essentially this pile here is interesting stuff. Everything else is kind of in sorts, ready for kind of like a second sort of what it's looking like. That one is not looking that flashy and that light, is it? Sometimes it's difficult to know. The light grey has a bit of a funny colour to it, so you kind of need to get it out right near the window just to be sure. Whole big tub of tiles. There's a bag of Technic bricks and some more there. Plates, you name it, it's all in here. So now it's just a case of working through all of this and then these big bags at the end. So we've got a large bag of wedge plates. Here's the rest of the Technic bricks, 1x plates, of which there are a lot. I've got more bricks here, so there's a lot in there to sort. I've got some more 2x plates, which is kind of like the category I did originally, and way back whenever, if everyone remembers that. Brackets and things back there, some kind of curved slope type things, and then this giant bag of Technic stuff, which is going to be quite a mission to sort. Still not heard back from this buyer. I have emailed them now to say if I don't hear back, I'll just refund and send the parcel, because it seems like the right thing to do. So it's where to start from here, really. All sorts in this one, including some old school swords, some pistols. There's a white pistol in here, which I haven't seen a lot of. It's pretty nice. White blaster. There's a lot of seats. There's a whole load of those, and there's some real good stuff buried in this, but this tub is going to take the time because there's stickers, there's printed, there's unusual parts, so that's going to take a fair old while. So it's a case of just pick one and go for it, really. I'm probably going to start with the Technic bricks because I think they'll probably be an easy one. Panels as well, pretty easy to start with. So it's just a case of moving through those. I'm going to do a couple hours of this and then get back to picking orders tomorrow, and then split my time until I clear all of this, and then I can move on to those 3 final sets which are down there, and that will be us up to date with the used stuff that is here, and we can start thinking about what next. Obviously that's kind of going to take us way beyond capacity on used, so it's probably be about new parts after that, but that's okay. Whilst we used a little bit, but yeah, a good start. It is Wednesday, so yeah, we missed a day yesterday because I was kind of sorting out all of that the used stuff. I got it all sorted, and it's been put away, waiting to be sorted out. I did start kind of cataloguing the bricks, but orders started coming in, and it's actually taken me all day to pick. Obviously, kind of things get in the way of what you're doing. But I did manage to find the missing 1x6 blue plates, which anyway, they've been missing for a while. So orders, small ones and big ones. Mainly small, which is why I left them alone yesterday, and then the big ones kind of started coming in, so that'll teach me. A couple of glow-in-the-dark plates, circular plates, and some other little bits and pieces. 4 of those things that came from that store purchase. I have no idea what they are. It has them down as sprocket wheels. Could be anything. Some used tiles and a mini figurehead. It's a new one, that. I can't remember what it came out of. It could have been one of the recently parted out sets. Someone rebuilding the classic T6 shuttle, picking up that used kind of disc and the instructions for that. So that'll be a nice one. SW1207. Which is, what are they? They are 187th troops, all 18 of those heading out. Some red, dark red parts, all going out there. Russell is back with another order, more Mandalorians. He's obviously building a big Mandalorian scene to go with maybe those new battle packs. Who knows? It's going to be an epic battle, no doubt. A lot of dark tan and dark blue grey, a lot of kind of wedge plates and slopes in there, so that's no doubt what that is, I think, anyway. Could be wrong, let me know, Russell. Large order here, is this the one that's going to the UK? No, this one's just plates, tiles, a lot of tiles, a lot of light blue grey tiles. That one getting the Yellow Brick Road tile. Another small order. Bricklink's kind of sprung into action. That's because I was bagging it the other day. A green chair, a window, and whatever those things are, I have no idea. The biggest order, which no, it's not the biggest order, it just looks the biggest order. It is pretty much clearing me out of almost every white plate and some dark blue plates, a whole lot of tan bricks and some yellow bricks, but a lot going on in that one. I think that is the one that is going. No, it's not. Third time lucky. This is the one that's going to the UK. Some white, some dark red, dark blue grey and light blue grey in there. I've just mixed them in rather than multiple bags, and some black. Small order of a random little assortment of parts. That one not long in, and then this is the biggest order, 935 parts. I'm going with someone building a sea scene, dark blue, blue, white, a lot of trans, giving them nice crests of waves, and a collectible minifigure from the recent series, which is awesome. So what's that? Oh, and there was Damien added to his order of those Pirelli wheels that had been sitting around since the weekend, and he's already collected that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 orders over the 2 days, which takes us to 7 a day. And another one has just come in from Brickowl, of course. So we're ticking along nicely for the start of the week, which is good. Obviously, there's all the bricks and stuff. There's all of this to get sorted, and Mrs. Yellow Brick Road has promised to start sorting a bit of that, kind of like the second sort, whilst watching the Tour de France tonight. So we'll see how we get on with that. I started doing the bricks, and then I realised that there's a whole bag of bricks stashed away somewhere else as well. So I need to go back a step and start divvying those up. But other than that, we're in good shape for the day. It's too late to get to the post for today, but I can still get it before the post office shuts, so they're in the system. So that's my next plan. Gonna crack on, get all of these packaged up and out the door. Good morning, welcome to Thursday. How did we get to Thursday already? So Thursday, no parts in the store. and haven't really achieved an awful lot yet this week. So today is going to be a bit of a game on, kind of let's get some stuff sorted. 2 orders in overnight. This one, which is a gear with 24 teeth with internal clutch. I have no idea what that came out of or where it came from, but it was in a recent draw, so it must have come along very recently. Yeah, so who knows where that came from. And then this one on Brickowl as well, so both Brickowl, so you know, Brickowl's peaks and troughs that are a mystery. This was in fact 2 orders for the one buyer combined. Obviously some kind of Technic large scale car or something, I'm gonna say, but who knows. So 2 pretty straightforward, quick and easy picks, which means we are staring down the barrel of this. So first things first, I just need to have a quick check in the used drawers to see what kind of space we've got. Light blue grey and dark blue grey are the ones that I think we have limited space. Obviously in terms of black, loads of room for bricks and 2x plates and 1x bricks at the back there. In terms of Technic parts, that's that. 1x plates is looking pretty decent, odds and sods at the back there, and then this is kind of the bits and pieces drawer for those. In terms of colours, red, we've kind of got room, not expecting an awful lot out of those 2. There's a wayward dark blue grey plate, so he can go where he should be. What's in here? Other colours, dark red, things like that. So we'll see how we go with all of that. And then kind of down here, we've got light blue grey. So the 2 boxes on the side here, these are bricks, of which there's already quite a few of them, so we're not going to be able to fit a lot more in there unless I just tipped them out of those boxes and just had them kind of in the tray. This is kind of the small stuff, and obviously 1x plates is pretty full, Technic's pretty full, and then 1-up, this is plates that aren't large, so these are under 12x plates, so plenty of room in there for that. And then over this side is where we get into the dark blue grey stuff. So dark blue grey, plenty of room for bricks at the back there, plenty of room for 1x plates, plenty of room for Technic, not an awful lot of room for small stuff, so that will have to be carefully looked at. And then plates, there is a bit of room in there for those. And then the last of the kind of Star Wars colours drawers is this one. 2x plates for dark blue grey, a little bit of room. Black plates, plenty of room. Those are wedge plates, of which there is some room, but not an awful lot to go. White, we've got a lot of room, it needs a bit of a sort out, but there's loads of room. And then there's like this little kind of assortment of other things which don't have a lot of colours. So there's loads of room in that for all of that. So that's where we've got to with that. As I said, I started with bricks, which are all over here, and some of them are over the other side of the desk over there. So they're sort of started already. But there is a massive bag of bricks as well. So I'm going to go through bricks first, because I just think the kind of thing that sells, right? You know, bricks and kind of smaller plates and things like that are probably the things I'm going to tackle first. So let's crack on. So I've finished putting in the bricks into a brick store file, so 1,490 bricks, 261 lots, not incredible value, but as you can see, it's a fair amount of bricks, all of those and all of those, so a good little whack. I was going to kind of just build this file up as I go, but I'm going to run out of desk space, so I'm going to whack this into the drawers just so I can keep an eye on space that we've got. Obviously in those dark blue, grey, light blue grey areas, space is going to be of a premium, so I'm going to get those in and we'll go from there. Another couple of orders in. This one's kind of funny really. The old Clone Trooper 91st Mobile. This isn't the one that I've cleaned up and is going in the store or just gone in the store. This is the other one I had. So he's now gone from the store. So he's on his way. And this one's for pickup. So another That's a first time buyer, so a new WA buyer. I found a bag of random parts. This is the bag that had all the kind of the interesting printed tiles and stuff in it, but it's also got odds and sods in it, which is a bit of a worry. And I've just quickly gone through and sorted 1x2 horizontal plates, so I'll get those in a BSX file and get those uploaded. Okay, it is Friday. It is gone lunchtime, I think. 1, 2, 3 orders in. Still waiting for the buyer to come back to me on pickup of this one. First one, domestic post, Boba Fett's Palace. Sticker sheet, an assortment of parts, and then a whole bunch of used and new all mixed in there. That one easy. The biggest one, a whole bunch of white, lots and lots of white in there. Getting a tile, obviously, some bright light blue and some medium azure, some Technic bits and pieces in there, and then a mixture of light blue and dark blue grey. And then this one, a couple of paper bags, so Coruscant Guard, and that is meant to be a Mandalorian pilot, just noticed, and that is 10 tiles. There is another one that's just come in, which is a fair old amount of parts, so I'm going to get these ones sorted and off to the post office before I tackle that, and then going to continue with actually getting some parts in the store. I do want to make a bit more of a dent in this pile of stuff before we head into the weekend. Really, I'll try and get some more of the interesting parts in, so I'm going to get these ones packed up and then tackle that next. Good morning and welcome to Sunday. It is just before 9 AM. I didn't do anything yesterday in the store. Was actually doing an awful lot of kind of accounts and things like that. Tax time just keeps on giving. Anyway, got a lot of stuff that I need to get through today, but not least of all clearing this out of the way. I'm not going to do the third sort. These are all the used plates now sorted into their different sizes, ready for colour sorting. But there have been 13 orders since Friday evening. Quite a few of them are substantial. One of them's the biggest one, I think, is about 1,100 plus parts in quite a lot of lots. So I think that's going to be the best part of the day. I haven't done the vlog yet. I have exercised, which is good. Kind of still trying to do that. This buyer has still not been back in touch about doing pickup, even though he has paid. So we're not in a drama out. But yeah, so I just need to clear some stuff out of the way. This lot out of the way. I've got a couple of paperwork things over there that I need to get done, and then it's going to be into picking orders through the day, really. I'm probably going to go until I'm going to give this like 3 hours till midday, see where I am, check in, and then maybe take a break after that to do the vlog and get that uploaded, and then continue, and then we'll pick it back up on Monday morning. It's been a poor week for putting parts in, maybe 3,000 parts. It has been a great week so far in terms of my mind, in terms of revenue. Parts much better than last week, but still not kind of in that stellar range. So it's been a much better performance. I think we're sitting at like maybe 37, 35, 36 orders or something like that, of which we did 40 last week. But we are at least kind of like 75% ahead in terms of revenue on last week. So you just never know. Anyway, orders to pick. I'm going to start with the smallest ones and work my way up to that big monster one, which is off to NZ, regular buyer Phil. So thanks again, Phil, for that. And I'll get that one picked and out on Monday. Well, it'll be picked either today or continuing through after the vlog's gone up, and out on Monday, and then we'll start the next week in the new vlog. But anyway, let's get into it. Okay, we're at 3 o'clock on Sunday. Just going to take a break and do the vlog. Orders have kept coming in. I picked a couple of them as I've gone along. 17 orders to be picked of which I have picked 10 and picked 4, picked the used components of those 4. So first up is a whole bunch of minifigures. In this one, kind of a vampire knight, a Hoth trooper, a Viking, a couple more Star Wars, and a Lego movie character, and some minifigure parts and accessories in that one. Sorry, I jumped one. Old school brick, that only went in Friday probably, didn't it, with all of those bricks and stuff, so that's good. 12 of those corner plates, a bunch of 2x8 bricks and some white parts. This one a little smattering of just random assortment, as is this one, kind of just odds and sods. A lot of corner action tiles and plates going in that one. 3 wheels and a bunch of bits in that one. Again, a mix in here, kind of some new, some used in most of these, which is why it's taken so long to pick. An R4 top dark saber. Where's the dark saber gone? There it is. It's in there, and things like that. And this one, which I've just finished doing, is clearing me out of most of the dark green plates and tiles, a whole load of olive slopes, and a whole batch of dark red. That one getting a tile, and there's another one getting a tile. Oh yeah, the minifigure one over here. That one getting a tile so far. This is the big one off to New Zealand. Almost finished doing the used parts in that one. There's 3 orders there that have no used in them. There's that one where I have just a red and a tan part to pick from the used, and then that's done. And then similarly with these 2 larger orders, this one is only 193 parts in 73 lots, and this is 297 in 82 lots. So they do take a little while to do, but I just want to get the vlog done, and then kind of 10. So we're almost halfway, and it just goes to prove how damn slow I am at doing this. So let's go and have a look at how the week's wrapping up. Okay, so it's been a busy week on the vlog with on the channel, even with the vlog going out. Not done particularly well this week. 2-part out videos and the recap of the store, so there's been plenty on there. Gained quite a few subscribers this week. We're kind of approaching 1,300 in the background of that, which is fantastic. Over on the store, we started the week at 484. We are down to 480. We are 1 order away from equaling last week's 40 orders, and the revenue is almost twice that it was last week. So back on track in terms of where it should be. Lots, we have increased our lot count this week. We started at 13,724 and we are finishing there at 13,815. So yeah, orders to pick, and then there is all of that used that needs sorted out. Yes, my desk is an absolute pigsty. And then finish picking some orders after I've done the vlog, get everything kind of squared up for tomorrow. I don't know whether I'll get them all finished, to be honest. It's 3 o'clock on a Sunday. Come on, everyone's thinking of having a relax, really, aren't they? I am anyway. So thanks for watching, everyone, this week. I know it's been a bit of a probably been a bit of a dull week, to be honest, but it's all going to be go next week, he promises, hopefully. So see you then.